administration's intelligence over here. The operating that controls everything. This is the center right over here that controls the movement of everybody. You'll see all the poker chips with names of the different strike teams going on it, and they're moving wherever they got to go to protect their stuff. You've got the marshals back behind us, and you've got law enforcement from 40 different police and sheriff's departments throughout the state. The DNR, of course, the National Guard, state patrols here, and we've got ATF. We've got really almost every resource you could ever imagine here in Kenosha. It's been fantastic.
So let's go around. Let's talk. Let's say that same thing to these gentlemen, please. Are you ready? So I came to thank the law enforcement, the police. They're incredible. And the National Guard has been truly amazing. They all got together, they coalesced. The minute they got here, it was over. And I'd like to ask you to say exactly what you told me, because I think it's really very interesting. You could take that off. And whether it's Portland, Oregon, we could have that done so quickly, so easily. Your head would spin, it would end immediately. Last night they attacked the mayor's house. It's ridiculous. All they have to do is ask, and we'll be there literally within minutes. We're set. We're all set to go in. We already have a big force there protecting the courthouse, and it's totally protected. We have 300 people there, Homeland Security. It's totally protected. Who rejected the call originally?
Our governor, Tony Evers, rejected your offer.
But ultimately he called, he said, okay, and we sent in the group, and they had a lot of great people here to start with, I have to say. Would you like to say something, please?
Just a great deal of gratitude for everybody from across the state in law enforcement, the federal government, certainly the Wisconsin National Guard, and I understand from several other states. What transpired here is an attack on America, and it can't happen in any community. The way to stop this is to act decisively while still protecting rights, but putting an end to it, and we appreciate the assistance.
This ended within an hour. As soon as we announced we were coming, and then they saw we were here, this ended immediately. And it should be that way all over. Chicago could use a hand. New York could use a hand. Although I'll tell you, if you let New York's finest and Chicago Police Department, they do a great job, but they're not allowed to do their work. A lot of times you're not allowed to do your work, and they could do it themselves. But you have to be decisive, and you have to be tough, and you have to be strong, and you have to be willing to bring people in. So the federal government, like it was in Wisconsin, the federal government's waiting. We just wait for a call. In Oregon, we have Portland, which is just every night, 93 nights. And every day we call, do you want us? Do you want us? And last night they attacked very viciously the mayor's house. And we were ready to go in just in case if it got any worse, but it was bad. And this man just stands here and says, no, we have a democracy. You don't have a democracy when that happens, actually. You have the opposite of a democracy. So I want to thank all of you for being here, but this is in really great shape, and we're looking at a couple of other locations. Now, we can do them all at one time. We're very well equipped. Our National Guard is great, and our military is beyond any military in the world. It's totally restocked and in great shape. We won't have to use military. I don't think we'd have to use military, but we're ready to go with whatever power we need to use. In Washington, D.C., we have a radical liberal mayor, Democrat, and she's, I guess she just doesn't get it. But she's trying to work with the White House and with Secret Service, but it would be so easy to solve that. So we may have to do something there. It'll take approximately 15 minutes. You don't see people ripping down statues anymore because I signed essentially a law. I signed a statute that you knock down a statue, you knock down a monument, it's 10 years in prison. And it amazingly stopped. You haven't had any problems since then, Ron, right? So it stopped. So I just want to thank everybody. You have done a fantastic job. Ron, thank you very much. Congressman, great job. Really great job. Thank you all very much.
Mr. President, given that our state weight, if we believe this shooting done.
Well, we have the pastor here who's tremendous. He's a tremendous gentleman. I'm going to meet him in a little while. He represents the family. And I think it's probably better off if that's handled locally right now. It's under investigation, as you know, so I think it's much better. I actually suggested we handle it locally. I was going to speak to the mother yesterday. I hear she's a very fine woman. I was going to speak to her, but then I heard there were a lot of lawyers on the phone. I said, I have enough lawyers in my life. I don't need to get involved with that. I spoke with the pastor. The pastor's going to see me in a little while. He is really a terrific guy, if you know him. He's a terrific guy. So I look forward to that. But we're going to, this is going to heal very quickly. We're going to help them from an economic standpoint, and we're going to make a contribution to your law and to what we call law and order. Some people think those are two terrible words, law and order, and they're not terrible at all. They're beautiful. They have to be used judiciously. They have to be used properly. But I wish somebody would have called. When I called the governor, I wish he would have accepted night 1 instead of night 3, because night 1, those stores would still be up. But he's better than many. He accepted. In all fairness to the governor, he accepted. And when he accepted, it all ended. So I want to thank the governor, and I want to thank everybody, but in particular, I want to thank your police and your great people from law enforcement. They've done a fantastic job. I want to thank you all. You've done a fantastic job.